Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Dong Report, where I give out my favorite MLB home run picks of the day. Overall, on the entire season, we've had a lot of success doing this. Unfortunately, yesterday was not one of those days. I gave out 3 picks on this YouTube channel. We didn't get any of those 3 to cash. We end the day down. Yesterday, down 3 units overall. That brings our total profit on the Dong Report season to date to 71.65 units, 12.58% ROI. Obviously, those numbers are still incredible. Those $100 unit bettors are still up over $7 grand specifically just on the Dong Report alone. We'll take that. Yesterday was tough. We'll get it back today. I have 3 more players on Dong Watch today. Real quick, before I get into those 3, I would appreciate it if you are new to my channel, if you could hit the subscribe button. Would help me out a ton. For those of you who are returning, I appreciate you. Welcome back. Regardless, please remember to like the video, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. If there are players that you like, all that good stuff helps me out a ton. And let's chat dongs. So first pick of the evening in the Red Sox versus Rangers game, we are going to take Corey Seeger to hit a home run. That is at plus 400 odds at FanDuel. So Seeger hasn't hit a home run in the past 4 games, while also going hitless in 3 of those games. So we are in a little bit of a cold streak. At least he did get a hit yesterday, so he broke out of that specific slump. And I have a feeling that it's going to turn around today. Seager's going up against Red Sox pitcher Brayan Bello, and this is definitely an example of a pitcher-batter matchup that should favor the batter. Looking at Ballpark Pal, which is my source for a lot of this information, Seeger has the extreme advantage against Bello. Now, Seager's only gone up against him 6 times. He has 6 at-bats. He's got a hit in 3 of them. That's pretty good. No home runs, but those are definitely going to come. Bello is a right-handed pitcher, and Seeger is significantly better against right-handed pitching. The stat I look at is ISO rate, and it stands for isolated power. ISO rate literally just measures how much power that a batter has. In terms of ISO rate, anything that is 20 to 25% is considered great. Anything that is above 25% is considered excellent. So looking at Corey Seager's splits against left-handed pitching, that number is at 23.3%. So in the great category. Against right-handed pitching, that number jumps all the way up to 34.5%, obviously squarely in the excellent category. And that number would be among the best in the MLB, right? His ISO rate specifically against right-handed pitching would be among the best ISO rates in the entire MLB. Looking at the entire year, so not any specific splits, Seager's ISO rate is 30.7%. Remember, that's excellent. I also like to look at barrel rate. Barrel rate literally measures how well you hit the barrel of the bat. It only counts when you make contact, so swings and misses don't count. But for barrel rate, anything that is between 10 and 15% is great. Anything that is above 15% is excellent. Corey Seager's barrel rate is at 16.4%. So I love the fact that he is excellent in both categories. You hit the ball well, and you hit the ball with a lot of power. That leads to home runs. So I'm very confident that Corey Seager is going to mash one for us today, cashing our first play of the evening. Next up in the Phillies versus Braves game, we are going to take Matt Olson to hit a home run. That is at plus 340 odds at FanDuel. So for our second pick, why not go with the home run leader in Matt Olson? Now, he hasn't hit one in the past 3 games, but that's not nearly enough of a cold streak to scare me off. I love Matt Olson to go yard today. First of all, let's look at the pitching matchup. Aaron Nola is pitching for the Phillies. He has the name value as an ace, as a stud pitcher. That has not been the case this year with Nola at all. He's been very disappointing. Trust me, I could tell you all about it. And the biggest issue that Aaron Nola's had is giving up the long ball. You'll think he'll be having a really good game. He'll walk a batter. Next batter hits a home run. Next thing you know, he's given up 2 home runs, and he's given up whatever lead the Phillies have given for him. On the year, he has a home run per 9 of 1.54 and allows a home run to fly ball ratio of 15.6. Both of those numbers are pretty bad, especially for a quote-unquote number 1 or number 2 starter in the MLB. And unsurprisingly, this is another example where the batter has the significant advantage over the pitcher. Nola is a right-handed pitching. Similar to Corey Seager, Matt Olson is significantly better against right-handed pitching than he is against left-handed pitching. Now, let me be clear. Olson is good against anything. When you hit over 50 home runs, you're good against everything. but he's better against righties. So it's, one thing I want to be clear is he's not bad against lefties. His ISO rate against left-handed pitching, 25.7%. In the excellent category, right at the cusp between great and excellent. Against right-handed pitching, that number jumps all the way up to 35.6%. Squarely in the excellent category, would be number one in the MLB. Matt Olson has also taken Aaron Nola yard twice in his career, so I love that the fact that he has that success. And Olson is also similar to Corey Seeger in that he is excellent in both ISO rate and barrel rate, which I love. His ISO rate on the year is 33%, and his barrel rate is 16.8%. So excellent in both categories. Then the last point I'll make is even with this little 3-game blip for Olson, he's still been just crushing the ball recently when you look at advanced stats. Looking at the past 14 days, he has an ISO rate of 45.1%. That is the best in the MLB in that span. So I'm very confident that Matt Olson is going to mash one for us tonight, cashing our second play of the evening. And last pick in the Tigers versus Dodgers game. Give me Max Muncy to hit a home run plus 340 odds at FanDuel. So for our last pick, why not go with another player who just crushes the baseball? That would be Max Muncy. So Muncy is a little bit similar to Seeger and Olson that he hasn't hit one in 5 games, which I do think is funny, is that Muncy does have a 10-game hitting streak. And Muncy is not necessarily one of those batters who you think of getting a lot of hits, but when they're not home runs. So the fact that he is at least getting hits and seeing the ball well bodes well for future home runs. I'm going to sound like a broken record at this point. Another example where the batter has the extreme advantage over the pitcher, this time with Max Muncy over Tigers pitcher Reese Olson. Olson is a right-handed pitcher. Similar to the other two batters that we've talked about, Max Muncy is pretty significantly better against right-handed pitching than he is against lefties. Now, his splits aren't quite as dramatic between righties and lefties as the other two. Still much better against right-handed pitching. His ISO rate against righties is 29.7%. Excellent. Against left-handed pitching, it's down to 23.6%. So great. And even with his 5-game dongless streak, his advanced numbers still look pretty good. If you look at the past month, and then you isolate that against right-handed pitching, his ISO rate is 30%. And then if you look at the past 2 weeks and isolate that against right-handed pitching, his ISO rate is 39.1%. So he has been playing well recently. Very confident he's going to mash one for us, cashing our third and final pick of the evening. I put 1 unit on all 3 individually. I put $5 on a parlay. If we can get one of them to hit a home run, we will be profitable. If we get all 3, we will be rich. So let's hope for that. I also do have one honorable mention in Marcell Ozuna. I did like him as well. Honorable mentions, if you're not familiar, people that I like but don't officially go with. I don't track them, whether they win or lose, but I have gotten a decent amount to hit, so the success is there. Let's hope Marcell Ozuna comes through for us, but more importantly, let's hope the other 3 come through for us as well. And that's all I got. So I appreciate everybody for watching. Again, remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and have a good one.